Hey, true believers. Chris Mack coming at you with another part of the Age of Apocalypse. This is Astonishing X-Men number 2, and for me this is another memorable issue and memorable cover. Because seeing Sabretooth go after Holocaust with Blink in the background, just one of those covers that really stays with you, and I just love the way the composition of how he's just leaping at him, chains are going everywhere, really sets up for what this book is about. So just like with issue 1, we open up with some really heavy stakes where Rogue has led the team into the Chicago where these cullings are supposed to be taking place, and she doesn't know how to calm these people because they're running from Apocalypse's probes. Now, before we get into the intensity here, one thing I did notice that I didn't notice when I was a kid because I wasn't real versed in the Marvel Universe is look right here at this guy's shoulder. I'm wondering if that is supposed to be indeed Danny Rand, the Iron Fist, because of that tattoo right there. So that would kind of show what happened to him in this universe, since you'd think with Apocalypse taking over he wouldn't be able to go to Kunlun, I think is where it's called. Let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong or not. Now with that said, we open up again, just like last issue, to another great looking splash page, but the subject matter is very dark and twisted. So these are all humans fleeing from their lives from Apocalypse, so seeing that the cullings are starting up again. And what's even worse is here it says Rogue had come to stop the cullings, which are the full-scale genocide of several thousand humans who had deluded themselves into believing they were insignificant in the eyes of the genetic overlord called Apocalypse, that they would be overlooked in his eugenics war. And as you can see, that was not the case. And also, the print date on this book was April 1995, and this issue is called No Exit. This is Scott Liddell writing, Joe Madeira doing the pencils, Dan Green and Tim Townsend doing the inks, Steve Buccoletto and Digital Chameleon doing the color art, Chris Yiannopoulos the letters, and Bob Harris was the editor. And I just really like the composition. You see these drones coming in to do the count of the humans, and the terrified look on their face and the helplessness that Rogue does not know what to do. But while all this is going on, Shiro, the Sunfire, goes into a frenzy and he goes, "Not again." He goes, "See me, Holocaust. Know that while you're coming for us, I am coming for you. Nothing, not all your probes nor any army of your Reapers, will protect you from my atomic flame." Well, with Shiro doing this, he's given away their position. They were supposed to be doing this undercover, but people are like, "Oh my god, the mutants are already here." They can't distinguish X-Men from Apocalypse's people. So Rogue says, "One way or another, I'm going to have to power you down." And so she leaps up into the air and absorbs his power. And it says, by absorbing Shiro's atomic flame, she understands the particular act is not without its repercussions. And while she's charging him, she's like, the heat. There should be heat, but his heart, his soul are like ice, as if his insides were dead. Or were that but true? Then the memories which plague Shiro Yoshida every day and every hour of his life of that day would have no more power over him. As it is, he can still smell the dead who are his family and friends. He can feel his arms pinned by Nemesis. He can taste the blood, gasp for air, see Apocalypse's grinning death head, and remember his own lungs filling with liquid crimson. So we kind of see to a degree what happened to Shiro when the culling of Japan happened, and I like how you see the sorrow in Rogue's eyes and the now emotionless looking kabuki mask of Sunfire. And so she can't take the pain that she sees in Sunfire, and they both fall. He's like, "Curse you, Rogue, you had no right. My shame, my failure is my own." And Rogue's like, "I wish you would have told me about it so I could tell you that this was not your fault." So we kind of get a glimpse into Shiro's mind, and that is a rough part of the book. Now we cut back to Westchester County. Bishop, because he was a warrior at one point, is asking how he can tolerate his X-Men being divided like this. And Eric says, asks him to be quiet. He goes, I'm trying to put Charles to sleep, which is his child. And Bishop's like, I'm sorry. I'm the one who should be apologizing to my child. For if everything you tell me is true, in order to recreate this world in its proper image, his is but one life that will be sacrificed as a result. I'll tell you right now, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Bishop, he, meaning Charles, was created, this world was created by some kind of cosmic accident. Tell me, do you have a child? No. No, I didn't believe you had. For if you knew what it was like to hold a life in your hands, to feel his breath upon your cheek, to hold him through the night and promise he'll wake in the morning, then perhaps you know that a child is pure love, and love is never an accident. Tomorrow, as you say, this world might have to die. Please, give me tonight to say goodbye to my son. And just having my first child, this resonates harder than when I was younger, because I didn't know what the love of a child was. So this was hard, and it hits Bishop just as equally hard as he walks away silhouetted. That just really, really adds to the impact of what Eric just laid on Bishop. Now, something is up with Apocalypse. He just got some good news. As you can see, that he is super, super happy. I don't want to give it away, so read the book to find out what he's excited about. In the meantime, while the cullings are happening, there's a moment between Blink and Sabretooth, and you kind of get a glimpse into their past together. And Sabretooth is asking Blink to do something for him, and she's like, I'm not going to help you commit suicide. And he's like, I'm giving you guys a chance. And so basically what it boils down to here at the end is a nice, epic fight between Holocaust and Sabretooth, who used to be allies when Creed ran with Apocalypse. And so there's a lot of bad blood. Now, as they're continuing to talk, Holocaust kind of monologues and gives away something, and Sabretooth is able to release Wildchild to get back to the team to relay this information. So these two go at it, and what I like is while they're talking, Sabretooth realizes, he goes, you set me up, didn't you? Yes, I did. So even though this is supposed to be an intense moment, I kind of like that there's still at least a little bit of humor in here. In the fights, it's just the dynamicness of the panels, the use of the colors, especially when Holocaust's armor is ripped open and you see all the life force of Holocaust fade away. It's a good read, guys. It's something you definitely want to check out. Now, I don't want to give away any more of this book or what Holocaust gave away to Wildchild or what Sabretooth and Blink were really talking about. I want you all to go support your local comic shop and pick up this issue individually, or the omnibus, or the whole run, because the Age of Apocalypse is definitely worth it. And this book is no exception. I love every panel in this comic. And if you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate it if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you can possibly know. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that fancy little Sabretooth bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys can come to the channel, and we love just talking with you guys and hearing your feedback down in the comments below, or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description below. So with all that said, I hope you all continue to have an absolutely fantastic day, and happy hunting, true believers.